Market is trending at the moment, and we have a lot of people who are coming on board who wants to trade in the capital market. Now, if you're a beginner, if you're just starting up, there are some things that you need to know. So make the mistake of moving when the market have created a new high and there is a need for retracement. Okay, let's look at this scenario. How would you feel if you go into the market, you buy a stock with 50,000, you wake up the maybe like 2 days later, the first day you bought it, you see your money intact in your account, right? Then the second day you saw your money intact in your account. On the third day, you're seeing maybe 20,000 or 30,000 naira. How would you be able to manage that? How would you feel about that? That is the reason why there are some things you need to know before you dabble into the markets. You should know when to buy and when to sell. This is very important and is a key factor on your screen. Go to that site and click on the particular share that you are interested in buying. Go and check if that particular share has gotten to the resistance level or it is at the support level. The sole aim of trading is you want to buy from the support, which is low, and you want to sell at the resistance, which is high. So there is something we call RSI, which is relative strength index. When the market is at the relative strength index of 80 or above 80, there is a need for a retracement before the buy continues. And when you see the market at 20% ROSI, is a good time to buy. It is not 100% yardstick, but there are other things that you need to know. But before you go ahead to buy, these are the little key things that you should identify in the market before you put your money into it. So stick to the end of this video as we walk through a process of checking this out. Analysis.com. You can check it on the web. Here you'll be able to understand where you should buy from and where you should sell from. Just go with recommendation or with rumor or with the noise of the market. It's your stock analysis. The next thing you want to do, you click on charts. Search for any of, okay, let's go for FTSE. Okay, now this is it. This same FTSE actually has done, it has gone as far as 75 naira within the week and is currently at 70 naira as I speak to you right now. Did you see what just happened? We are having a retracement. Though this is what I did here. When you come here, you can click at this point here. So it's, you can have your indicator. So these are the indicators I'm using on this side. I'm using the MACD. That's moving average convergence divergence. I'm using moving average cross. Then I'm also using RSI. You should know the RSI of any of this stock before you go into it. If a stock is trading above 80% on the RSI, that is to tell you that that stock is at the overbought level. You hold on for a retracement, a pullback before you enter. And when you see a particular stock that you're okay with and it's selling around 20%, which is it means that it has been selling and it's not a good time to buy. Do you understand? And when you buy it at RSI of 20%, when the market was a good time to buy and it has given you profit and you see it selling above 80%, what should you do? Should you take your profit at that point? The answer is yes, because when it gets to that 80% or 100%, there is every tendency that the market will have a pullback before the ride continues. So with your RSI, which is relative strength index, it helps you to know the strength of the market. Is the market good enough for a buy? Is the market okay for a sell? So these are the things that it helps you to identify in the market. So I'll go ahead and add this RSI and the MACD to my charts. Let me search for the RSI again. I mistakenly removed it from my favorites. Okay. Now I've added this RSI and MACD to my charts. Look at fixing. Now you can see the MACD is telling us that this market has been is at the overbought level. You can see this creating the red candles, meaning that it's retracing right now. Do you understand? And meanwhile, on the other hand, we can see that our relative strength index is telling us that this particular market is currently at the 80%, meaning that it has been buying. Look at where the movement started from the 20%, and it moved straight down to 80%. Now if we look at it on the chart, we'll realize that this market actually started, the movement started around 50 something naira, right? The movement started around 50, around 15 naira or thereabout, and went straight to 75 naira. And currently we are on the overbought level. We will hold on for a retracement before we start buying again. I'm sure a lot of people would have bought the same pair at 75 naira, so would have jumped on it at 73 naira. But right now we are at 70 naira, is already having a retracement. So these are the things you should look at for before you jump into the market. So do not just enter the market blindly. Before you go ahead to invest your funds, before you go ahead to buy any company shares, these are the little things you should look at for. Check the relative strength index of that share. Is it at the overbought level? Is it at the oversold level? Then check the MACD. It helps you to identify if the market is actually strong or weak. So you can see what is happening right now. And MACD is telling us that we are having a retracement, a pullback. And the RSI is telling us that we are at the overbought level. There is tendency that after it has overbought, we should have a retracement. Now, if you're conversant with trading terminologies, we will say that the market has created a break of structure. And after every break of structure, there is always tendency for a pullback. A break of structure is the market creates a new high. In a market that is booming, in a market that is on a bullish side, you will see each as the market move, it breaks the previous high and creates a new high. That is called a break of structure. So when the market creates a new high, there is tendency for a pullback before it continues to go up above the previous high again to create another new high. You don't expect the market to create a new high and the movement continues. There is always tendency for a pullback. So as a beginner trader, as an intermediate trader, as an experienced trader,